So ladies and gentlemen, my name is BrendenPlayz. Welcome back to the Attitude Era 1999 for our Total Extreme Wrestling save. We are just a week away from Fully Loaded. We're currently week 2 of July. We've got to get to week 3 for Fully Loaded. We're on the road to SummerSlam. And we've got our storylines in place. Some of the big ones include, obviously, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. That's going to be our next big matchup there. We're going to do Cactus Jack and The Rock versus The Big Show and Undertaker at our next pay-per-view in a tag team match. So, The Rock and Sock versus the Unholy Alliance, I believe they're called. So that's one of our next, that might even be the pay-per-view main event, I think. You know, that'll be one of our next big ones. Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho as well. Steve Austin still feuding with McMahon, but more so Rick Rude at the moment. New Age Outlaws, they're feuding alongside Triple H at the moment. So Triple H versus Road Dogg penciled in for SummerSlam. So those are some of our big ones. We've got a King of the Deathmatch tournament as well going on. So which basically is, if you've ever seen the Bound for Glory series or a G1 in a way, that's basically what we've got. So we've got Group A, which is going to be Onita, Gangrel, Tanaka, Awesome, Nick Gage, and we're going to sign Vic Grimes to join that group. So these guys will all face each other once, and the person, or the top 2 of this group, the top 2 people who have the most wins and overall the most points, will go ahead and advance to the semi-finals. And then Group B, Hardcore Holly, Sabu, Shane McMahon, Sick Nick Mondo, Tommy Dreamer, and Honma, they'll all face each other as well, and the winner, the top 2 of that group, will face the top 2 of Group A. So if they're in red, that means they're heel. If they're in the blue, that means they're babyface. So the idea is to get 3 faces in the group, 3 heels in the group. We've been able to do that. So they'll get 3 points rather for a draw. 3 points for a win is what I'm trying to say. 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. So we've already had 1 match so far in the tournament. Mike Awesome was able to get a win over Gangrel. So as you can see, he's got 3 points to his name. So, you know, if I could be bothered, I would move him up and make him number 1 on the rankings there. So that's the tournament. We'll be seeing more of that over the next few weeks. The idea is for it to culminate at SummerSlam. So we'll have the final of the tournament take place then, or at least on the Hardcore Heat before SummerSlam there. So hopefully we can get that done. We've got a little bit of work to do to get there, but we should have enough time, I think. You know, we basically can allocate all of Hardcore Heat to get that done as well. Speaking of Hardcore Heat, Al Snow, Stevie Richards for the Hardcore Championship will be going on there. But of course, our Hardcore Championship is a part of our Allied Powers Alliance. So you never know. It could quite easily change hands. It could go to someone in Japan. It could go to someone in ECW. You don't know. But currently, Stevie Richards is a 2-time champion. He's defended it 3 times. So hopefully he can hang on to it for a little bit of time so we can do the SummerSlam match and at least have Al Snow and Stevie Richards for the championship. Okay, so with that being said, we'll keep on moving along. We'll have a quick little look at our main eventers. Now, if you haven't been able to check out our last stream, which I did not upload to YouTube because it was a catch-up stream. So basically, what happened is we lost our save file and we had to go back and replay a couple of weeks worth of gameplay. Now, we ended up advancing 1 extra week than what we actually originally were at. But I decided not to upload that just simply because, you know, it was more just a catch-up. There wasn't a lot to it. So basically, you haven't missed too much. But we'll look at our show history real quick. So we'll go back to King of the Ring, where we had a 91 rated show, headlined by The Rock, winning the King of the Ring tournament by beating Triple H in the final. Ended up bombing a little bit with an 88. So unfortunately, not as good this time around with King of the Ring. But then the Raw after King of the Ring, Jeff Jarrett defeated William Regal in our main event. So I think we're going British Brawlers versus Owen Hart and Double J. We're kind of about ready to get rid of Golga, so we've been jobbing him out a little bit and probably having him leave the company when his contract is up. So that was the main thing that happened there. Rick Rude agreed to wrestle Steve Austin, and Vince McMahon will be the special guest referee in their match, so you know shenanigans is going to go down there. We had Undertaker and Big Show teamed up to take down Pimp Nation. So we wanted to see how Taker and Big Show would fare as a team before we put them together against Rock and Sock. Pretty good in the end. Highlight reel with Jericho and Kurt Angle. Val Venus introduced Daphne to Vampiro and say they would be the perfect fit for a movie together, aka, an adult movie. So originally the plan was for Daphne to go with the Headbangers, but we decided that we'd probably get more usage out of Daphne if she was paired with Vampiro. So Daphne and Vampiro will join up together, but Val Venus is the one that introduces them together, and eventually I would say Daphne will turn on Val Venus and go to Vampiro. And yeah, that was pretty much SmackDown. Hardcore Heat. So as we said, Mike Awesome and Gangrel kind of kicked things off here. With this Hardcore Heat, we hadn't really officially got the tournament and everything like that started. So this next Hardcore Heat will be the true beginning of the new show. And one last Raw as well. We had Shamrock defeating Mark Henry. So we're doing a new feud with Martial Law and Mark Henry. We had Ken Shamrock announced as the brand new leader of Martial Law. So Shamrock will be the new leader there. Of course, we've got Steve Blackman, Takada, and Dan Severn also in the group. So they're all going to be there with Ken Shamrock. And that just gives them a legitimate top guy as their leader. And we could really utilize that group to work with mid-card names, work with top names, and just kind of give Shamrock a bit of an entourage as well. Yes, and then we had Triple H cutting a promo on New Age Outlaws because, of course, Road Dogg cost Triple H the King of the Ring, so he was furious, kind of advancing that feud. Kane, we're starting a bit of a storyline where Kane's getting like these cryptic notes and cryptic messages. Someone's trying to get him, someone's out to get him, and that person will end up being Raven. So a Raven and Kane feud is penciled in for SummerSlam as well. So that's our recap. Hopefully we're all caught up to date what's been going on. We're currently at 85 popularity in the USA. We are an international size, doing really well. We just got to keep it going, keep the momentum going. Over in the WCW brand, we'll check out their size real quick. So they're currently at 78, 77. So they've had really little to no movement. If anything, they've been slightly going down, but then slightly going back up in recent times as well. So some areas, for example, Southeast has been steadily declining, but other ones, for example, Puerto Rico and Hawaii have been moving up. So mixed for them, but I think their world champ is still Kevin Nash. Is that correct? Yes, so big sexy Kevin Nash is their world champion. So look, they're not out of the race yet. It's 1999, and we're getting close to, the middle of the... Well, we are in the middle of the year, but we're not too far away from getting towards the end of it and thinking about 2000. And at this point of the game, WCW are well and truly still in it, with Shawn Michaels at the top of the card, which is huge. Bret Hart right there as well. He's healthy. He's ready to go. Goldberg's on fire. 90 popularity. Savage, Sting... Got some names there. They got some names. All they need to probably do is get a couple of these mid-card names, such as Eddie Guerrero firing, get him up towards the top of the card. Well, Booker T's got 70 pop. He might be a good option. Benoit as well, 66. So they're in the hunt. They're still in the hunt. It's not over yet. ECW, on the other hand, well, it's a bit of a shit show. Now, originally, they had risen to cult size, and they should still rise to there. They're only one importance point away from doing so. So we're going to have to wait until they officially rise up to cult size, because once they do, then I think they'll start to fix some of their issues, because their roster is so small right now. They've released most of their top guys. They're in a bad way. But hopefully when they go to cult size, they can fix any issues they've got there. All right. That's our recap. Let's jump into it. So I'm going to book SmackDown now. Alright, let's have a look at SmackDown for the week. Let's check out the results. So we open things up with Hulk Hogan, the legend himself, coming out to the ring, endorsing the Unholy Alliance, saying that he hopes the Unholy Alliance beat the living hell out of The Rock. So Hogan putting his 2 cents in there, not that anybody wanted it. Taka Michinoku gets a win over Miguel for 63. Taka 64, Miguel 44. Not bad. We had an angle backstage where Vampiro was being instructed that he was going to shoot a movie tonight with Daphne. Daphne was laying on the bed, ready to go. Val Venus had got all the lights, got the set all ready to go. Sunny was there too, helping out. She was helping direct it. And all they needed was Vampiro to come along and get ready, and well, they were ready to shoot the scene, but Vampiro was refusing to take part. So Sunny has a gimmick that is getting stale, so we'll need to freshen her up. What, her gimmick of being just eye candy is stale? Surely not. Farouk took on Matt Hardy for 69, which is probably a little bit low, I think. Val Venus, sorry, not Val, Farouk rather, I've got the other segment in my head. Farouk, 74, Matt Hardy 67, so both guys did really well. Matt Hardy 67 is incredible. Both guys did well individually, but just didn't quite get the higher end of this segment, just more in the middle, so that's okay. 69 in the end. Kurt Angle had a promo for 100, very good, talking about why he has no respect for Chris Jericho. That gained some storyline heat, which for a segment that really probably needs it. Animal and Hawk. I guess this is their official return. I think we've had some vignettes, but now this is their official debut. Animal and Hawk returning with their bit of veteran gimmicks. Animal above average, Hawk very good. So, hey, that's a good start. That's a good start for their comeback. Let's see how they go in the ring. They took on two local guys. Hopefully they did okay. So the Legion of Doom versus Christian York and Shannon Moore. A couple of familiar names, but local guys in this one. Animal 72, Hawk 67, Shannon Moore 50, Christian York 32. Oh, Shannon Moore did really good. Really freaking good. Animal and Hawk 72 and 67. I mean, they have excellent chemistry. They're always going to get a good result, but yeah, I mean, they've got 55 pop, 72 and 67. They can still go. They've still got it. All right. I like it. I'm happy with that. That's good enough. They pick up the win. Tess gets an easy win over Honma for 51. Tess 54, Honma 27. So we're still trying to get Honma to that 40 popularity benchmark. X-Pac with the promo on Ultimo Dragon. He says he's the greatest lightweight. Nobody, including Ultimo, will ever prove otherwise. 93, so advancing the storyline and gaining some heat as well. Main event was The Rock versus The Big Show, and somehow got 95 rated. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. The Big Show 80, The Rock 94, and The Rock versus Hulk Hogan storyline advancing with this one 95 for this. I mean, I don't know. The Rock wins by disqualification when The Undertaker ran in and attacked The Rock. I guess it is truly big match show. Back again, The Big Show getting it done. Afterwards, Cactus Jack ran in for the save, but it was a 2-on-1 attack. The Unholy Alliance is beating down The Rock. Cactus Jack comes out for the save, and he helps The Rock. And looks as though The Rock and Sock Connection back together again, and potentially setting up for Unholy Alliance versus The Rock and Sock Connection at the next pay-per-view. So 100 rated for that one. A 92 rated show. I tell you what, that's a lot better than I expected, but I'm very, very pleased. Hardcore Heat. Let's have a look. Let's see how these hardcore matches go. I don't think some of them are going to go too well, but let's have a look. Tommy Dreamer versus Nick Gage. Dreamer 38, Nick Gage 6. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's keep it going. The crowd was literally chanting for Nick Gage to never come back. You know, you got a problem when that happens. McMahon, 64, thank God, rescuing this show a little bit with his promo. And then he had a 46 rated match with him. McMahon, 58, Homer 30. That's a little bit better. A little bit better. A Mac Daddy elbow. I like it. Dudley Boys promo on the Headbangers of 46. Not even they can have a good segment on this show. Stevie Rich's meet and greet with the fans went pretty well. Al Snow posed as a fan, tried to win the Hardcore Championship from him, but Richards was able to survive and stay as champion and get the hell out of there. And I guess that's the unofficial debut of Blue Mini and Nova as well. They were involved in this. Mike Awesome promo, hyping himself up for 62. Pretty good. And our main event wasn't as good as we would have hoped. Onita 48, which is fine. Tanaka 31. So I guess Tanaka doesn't have the minimum popularity either. 48 rated Hardcore Heat. I guess that's the real first Hardcore Heat we've actually had as the official rebrand, and it was terrible. We're going to take a risk on this week's Raw as well, but let's hope that it pays off. So let's take a look at the results. Open things up with Steve Austin, Vince McMahon and Rick Rude all in the ring, and McMahon is revealed as the special guest referee for Austin and Rude, which obviously would be making Steve Austin very unhappy indeed. McMahon will probably screw Austin, but we'll see what happens. Ultimate Warrior took on Takada. 66 rated matchup. Warrior 59. Takada with the upset win. So Warrior beat up Gerald Briscoe backstage, and this is his punishment. He takes a loss to the up-and-coming Takada. So Warrior obviously not happy at all that he had to lose there. Ryan Pillman is shown at an AA meeting, and he's shown at least he is attending his meetings, he's doing the right things, so he's trying to prove to everyone that he is not relapsing. He's taking his rehab seriously. Chemo and Just Incredible, a couple of local guys, team up together to take on the debuting in Ringwise BWO. A lot of people didn't want to see Chemo at all and told him not to come back. Just Incredible 37, Chemo 15. The Blue Meanie 25, Nova 37. So the BWO pick up a win to get their in-rings career started. Goldust picked up a win over Scotty 2 Hottie, but they have no chemistry. 67 from Goldust, 45 from Scotty's. Yeah, their best at all, so no chemistry there. Regal and Finley trash talking Owen Hart and Double J backstage for 82, advancing the storyline. Lud Vachon with a nice promo on Toyota for 67, keeping that storyline going. Golga took on Rikishi one-on-one, and Rikishi picked up the win. 63 from Rikishi in the end, and he's getting better at his gimmick as well. Good news, ticking a couple boxes there. Billy Gunn and Road Dogg are backstage promoing on Triple H. Billy Gunn says he will fight Triple H at Fully Loaded. He wants to do the honors. 100 rated, very good. Kane finds a dead bird in his suitcase. So last week it was a weird note, maybe a threatening note. This week it's a dead bird. Kane's not quite sure what's going on. Who's coming after him? And that was 75. In our main event, we took a risk. Mark Mero, Ken Shamrock in the main event. Shamrock was fantastic. 92, Mark Mero 66. Shamrock picks up the win. So, you know, we don't have anything for Mark Mero right now, but he's a legitimate upper mid-carder, so a big opportunity for him to step up. He did okay. We'll take 82. I'll take that. It's not amazing, but I'll take it. Jim Cornette was on commentary for this one as well. And Shamrock was seething after the match, upset that Mark Mero almost injured him with a botch move. Oh, okay. So Mark Mero nearly injured one of our top guys, and if he had done that, I would have been fuming. Could you imagine we make Shamrock the leader of martial law, and then a week later, someone botches him another move, and the leader of martial law gets injured again? Jeez, that almost was another crisis for us. Mark Mero, huh? Well, we better watch out for him. Maybe we don't put Mero with our top guys. It's a bit risky. Anyways, after the match, Shamrock, Severin, and Takada, martial law, attacked Jim Cornette. They grabbed him off the commentary booth, and Jim Cornette, as you can imagine, talking a lot of trash about martial law during the match. Martial law grabbed Cornette, throw him in the ring, and Shamrock ultimately puts him in the ankle lock and breaks his ankle. So we know when Henry comes back, because he was not available this week because he was hurt, we know when he comes back, he's going to come back with a vengeance to try and get some revenge for his manager, Jim Cornette. So 97 rated for that segment, which will give us an 86 rated show. So when you can have Mero and Shamrock in the main event and get away with it and still get 86 rated. Alright, let's take a look at how Nitro went. User talent point gain. Oh, we've done 100 shows. Alright, so we've officially done 100 shows in the series, which is a good effort. That's a good effort. 2 to 3 a week we've been doing, and now we've gained another user talent point. The Raw rating is definitely lower than SmackDown right now, so SmackDown's winning the internal battle right now. Alright, Nitro. Bret Hart defeated DDP in the main event by DQ for 99. Wow, alright. Once again, Nitro, WCW putting their best stuff on Nitro. So, don't try and sell any pay-per-views or anything like that. Kurt Hennig defeated Lenny Lang to keep the TV title for 79. Randy Savage defeated Hammer for 80. Prince Iaukea defeated Kiwi for the Cruiserweight Championship to keep it, 51. And Stevie Ray defeated Psychosis for 68. Sting and Shawn Michaels having a segment with each other. No Goldberg by the looks of it. No. So, a 27.92 rating, 10,000 people attended as well. Susan Morton wins the title. Oh boy. So let's have a look at our showdown. Aguilar still is the champ. He wins again. He beat Shawn Stasiak. Kaz Hayashi beat Droz. Shane defeated Tiger Ali Singh to keep the TV title. Susan Morton defeated Mickey Handa. So we don't even have Susan Morton under contract. So yeah, she just gets a gig to fill in the numbers. And Max Moon defeated Hector Garza. Oh boy. Well, this might actually be a good thing. Chris Benoit and Nancy Benoit have officially divorced. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone. Oh boy. Maybe that's for the best. Alright, SmackDown. Let's take a look at the results. The Rock and Sock Connection are back together to face the Unholy Alliance at Fully Loaded, officially making the announcement that they're coming back together. 100 rated. Jeff Hardy took on Bradshaw for 81. Jeff Hardy 68, Bradshaw 76. Very good stuff there. And Farouk interfered and cost Jeff Hardy the match, allowing Bradshaw to win. Val Venus is backstage with Vampiro and some girls here, including Sable, as Val Venus offered Sable as a replacement for Daphne. Val Venus still couldn't get Vampiro to accept it. Vampiro refuses to do it, and Venus is absolutely furious. So Val Venus has had this big plan. He wants to do a adult movie with Vampiro in it. He really believes that Vampiro is the perfect choice. He would get a lot of views. People want to see Vampiro in one of his movies. He's tried to make Daphne work. He believes, that Venus believed that Daphne just, Vampiro just didn't like Daphne. So he got Sable, the beautiful Sable. Vampiro still refuses. So now Val Venus is just mad. So it looks like we're going to probably lead into a match or some type of physical confrontation between the two coming up soon. The Tiger Mask took on Miguel for 52. Tiger Mask 47, Miguel 42. Tiger Mask with an easy win. A little bit of a workout video from Animal and Hawk hyping them up and showing them they're getting back into shape and getting ready for one last big comeback for 71, that rating was. Dudley Boys took on the Headbangers in an elimination match. The Headbangers were totally eliminated and the Dudley Boys picked up the win. Devon 63, Bubba Ray 64, Mosh 54, Thrasher 54. But good stuff there. 68 rated match, which is actually much higher than you probably would expect from these two teams. X-Pac, Shane McMahon, and Ultimate Dragon are backstage, and they do a little bit of a contract signing there in Shane McMahon's office. And they agree to a match later on tonight as well, which will be Kurt Angle and Ultimate Dragon teaming up to take on Jericho and X-Pac. 86. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Ultimate Dragon 69. Angle 87. X-Pac 86. Jericho 78. Well, we got through that. That was not easy, but we got through it. And pretty good main event in the end. Jericho and X-Pac picked up the win. Kurt Angle sustained a brain tumor in this match. What the fuck? What the fuck? Well, that's the end of Kurt Angle in the save. That's it. Kurt Angle's done. Jericho and Angle, we've been waiting for it to happen. And it's never going to happen. Jericho and X-Pac brawled with Angle and Ultimo to close out the show. 88 rated. Oh my god. Alright. Kurt Angle suffered a brain tumor. 1 year, 1 week. Can't do anything about it, can't treat it, can't nothing. He's done.